So you're a reader that wants to dip your toes into the fantasy world, congratulations. Or maybe you're just like a smutty romantasy reader that wants your stories to have a little bit more world building and plot. I got you with the beginning recs. So here are 6 fantasy books that I'd recommend to the newbies dipping your toe into the genre for the first time, because they have easy to follow lore, world building, magic systems, while still having very gripping plots, compelling characters, and some of them even have a cute little romantic subplot. The Jasad Heir. A kingdom was burned down 10 years ago due to outlawed magic, and now its only sole heir has been on the run for the past decade, which also helps because her own magic is trapped. For a debut fantasy book, this was simply stunning, and I do think that the Egyptian-inspired culture and lore is pretty easy to follow. The incredible dynamic between like our 2 rival heirs being forced to work together amongst games and trials, you'll be swooning and hooked in the whole time until you figure the rest out. Next we have Red City, and now that I've started the Greenbone saga, this book really reminds me of like Jade City mixed with Romeo and Juliet, all in like a magical, alternative, grungy version of LA. You have rival syndicates with alchemy-based magic, all in the form of like an addictive, enhancing drug. War is brewing between these 2 urban syndicates, and in the middle of it all is 2 childhood friends turned yearning enemies on the opposite sides. We have Swordcatcher, where an orphan is adopted by the royal family and raised to be the prince's basically body double, like he is prepared to die for him at any minute, which makes your relationship a little bit complicated when you become like brothers. On the opposite side of the city, in the segmented magical people portion, is a healer that will literally just do anything to save her dying friend. Legendborn, which is a favorite YA series of mine for so many reasons. It's a retelling of the King Arthur and the Round Table lore, but with demons and a southern twist, and it's also highlighting racial injustice through the lens of a black girl. Based around UNC Chapel Hill, this book manages to take not 1, not 2, but 3 fully fleshed out, fully researched, culture-inspired magic systems that are all easy to follow. Another favorite of mine, The Invisible Life of Addie Larue. A girl who is desperately trying to escape her life in 17th century France makes a deal with the wrong dark god, and now she is forced to go out through her immortal life with no one remembering her along the way, until someone does. This standalone is kind of like a combination of fantasy, of magical realism, of historical fantasy, as it takes us all around the world and all through historic moments through Addie's 300 years of life that we are journeying through until we get to the main backdrop of our main plot in modern day New York City. Finally, we have Dark Rise. The ancient battle of dark and light is resurfacing in 18th century London, and somehow our orphaned dock boy Will is stuck in the middle of it all as the supposed savior. There's just lots of cool stuff in this series, like Renaissance-inspired, like religious order of holy knights, you have prophecies, you even have like reincarnation and lost memories. So let me know if any of these beginner-friendly fantasy recs have been added to your TBR, or let me know in the comments for our other fellow readers if you think there are any good ones I missed that are perfect for the newbies.